Hello, I'm the Namekian, and welcome to part 3 of the Let's Play of Totori. I promise this is going to be a little bit more exciting than the last little 30-minute tutorial we did last time. But that's pretty much is going to be how it's going to go moving forward. There's going to be patches where it's going to be a lot of going around doing stuff and doing alchemy and stuff. And then there's going to be parts where it's just be mostly fighting and battles. That's just how it's going to pretty much be broken up into, unfortunately. So we're not quite ready yet to rank up. In fact, it doesn't look like we made too much progress yet in that. So we will go ahead and do some alchemy. Feast is always something good to do. It's used in a whole bunch of recipes, so if you ever, need something to grind to level up alchemy components or whatnot, that's the one to do it in.
I did it! You didn't mess up today.
And one of the,
Setsi, I didn't see you there. Yep, I kept watch to make sure you don't try to run away when you mess up. You're being mean again. I'm kidding. I was watching because I had some free time. When you do it, this alchemy stuff looks really easy. That's because I can only do simple syntheses. Teacher can do more. Really? When Rorona showed up, I thought... Setsi! What's wrong? Did something happen? There's some weird person collapsed in front of our house. Collapsed? Weird person? Yeah, she has a weird stick and a weird hat. She's just plain weird. She said she's too hungry to move or something. I don't really understand it, but let's bring her inside for now. Help me get her in, Totori. Sure. You should slow down. Plenty more where that came from.
Thank you very much. If you didn't help me, I could have died back there.
We can talk when you're done eating.
The food was great. I don't know how to thank you.
So, who are you? What do you do? Hey now, don't be rude and pushy.
It's okay. I'm an alchemist traveling the country to teach alchemy to everyone.
Alchemy?
I guess it's hard to explain. I know! Do you have a cauldron I could borrow? The biggest one you have.
A cauldron? I think there's one in our storage we don't use anymore.
Can you let me use it? I want to make something for you as things. It'll be easier to explain that way.
What? There we go. So, is this what you need?
Yes, it's almost too perfect. Off I go. Also, can you leave me alone until I'm through? I get so nervous when people I don't know are watching.
Sure, we don't mind. Let's go over there, Totori. Sure. I guess she didn't look dangerous. Still, why does she need a cauldron? Okay, let's go somewhere until she's done. Totori? Where did she go?
I haven't mixed something in a cauldron for such a long time.
Mixing? Is that all you're doing?
It may look like that's it, but there's more to it. This is called synthesis, and... Ah! Why are you here?
I'm sorry. You looked like you were having a lot of fun, so...
Well, it is fun. Oh, hold on. This is where it gets kind of hard.
I want to try. Can I help?
You could, but...
Wow, it's shining.
What? Shining? Oh no! Get away!
It's pretty.
Ah, there's no time! Run!
Huh? She really was something else. Yeah, that was amazing. We had to rebuild the house and ended up making this workshop too. I have an extra room to clean up thanks to that. But the cleaning isn't Teacher's fault. It's because well, Teacher might not be the one who's amazing, but Alchemy sure is. Calm down. I'm not blaming her for it. I just wonder if that's how alchemy is supposed to be. What do you mean? It's actually really amazing, even though it doesn't look that way. I don't think I understand. Really? I don't think I can get any more clear. I don't want to sound like I'm mocking your teacher. Then let's just leave it at that. I think I know what you mean. It's only been a year, but it feels like it happened such a long time ago. I wonder how Teacher is doing. I hope she's not passed out on the ground again.
As you are wondering how or why someone would have a spare cauldron laying around, what I was going to say is one thing annoying about the game is, although you may have like a goal of doing some sort of alchemy, like you have to build this in order to get this and this, and you're constantly interrupted in between doing stuff by outside things. It can get a bit of annoyance. It is a bit of an annoyance, but you know, you kind of just have to do what you have to do. Now, that Rorona that they were talking about there in the cutscene, that's the same Rorona that was the star of the previous game, and we'll get more into her later. And no, I don't know why there's some scenes that are voiced and some that aren't, but whatever. Now, it's always good to have at least one of each item possible, or at least starting out, to have at least one item in your inventory of each thing that you can create. This will make questing a little bit easier moving forward, so it's something good to keep in mind. Now, this Zetil or whatever it is also used in a whole lot of components, so it's another one that if you want to grind or need stuff to sell, that actually that sells pretty well. But that's another one of the ingredients that you're going to probably want to focus on a little bit. And pure oil is another one that's used in a ton of stuff. Although those cocoa fruits can be difficult to find, or not find, but they're just not as rampant as a lot of other ingredients. But it is something that the oil is used in a lot of stuff. The Rlee Crystal here, it's not really used in a whole lot of stuff, but it is a pretty high level thing, so you do gain a lot of level or XP from alchemy when you do it. Now, when you mess up, and that will happen somewhat frequently, you get basically worthless junk. You still get some XP from it.
Huh? This reaction feels familiar. Oh, I did it again! Setsu's gonna be mad.
You do get XP from the loss. You do lose the items that you used to make it, which kind of stinks. Now, you can use that useless junk to make supplements, which it could be okay. So on the higher level stuff that you're worried about making or whatever, just kind of be a little bit careful when it comes to making that. You don't want to use a good item and end up wasting that, or better yet, save it. Save the game, and then if you do lose, come back. It's sort of a random thing. It's not really a you're for sure gonna lose this or not. Honey is another one that's pretty important. It's actually a bit more important than in the Rorona game. It's just cooking actually plays a bit of a bigger part in this game than it does in the other, as does salt. You're not gonna have a terrible time getting either one of them. If you don't have the ingredients for it, they're actually kind of cheap to buy, just not really in a high quality level. Bombs, ice bombs are actually very useful in this game, a whole lot more than in the previous. Get some healing.
Oh, it's Mimi! Hi, Mimi!
Stop yelling that! We are in a public place here. I thought I told you to stop calling me by my first name.
Why can't I?
Because I said so.
You can call me by my first name.
Come again.
Call me Totori.
Totori.
Yes, Mimi?
Ugh, you cannot be serious. Why would I want to?
So can I call you Mimi?
Fine. Call me whatever you want.
Really? That's great! Thanks, Mimi.
You're hard to deal with. Do you have an answer for my offer from before?
What offer?
How could you forget? It's about me hiring you.
Oh, right. I remember now. I'm sorry, but I can't accept. My hands are already full, so...
I figured as much.
Oh, that's it? I thought you'd be steamed.
Why would you assume I'd get mad over something so trivial? My fuse is not so short.
Huh? See? You got mad again.
You're the one irritating me! Whatever. I know I was being a bit forceful. Besides, I don't think you're worthy of being in my employ anyway. That's why I decided to test you.
Test me?
You're also an adventurer. We'll see each other a lot under the banner of competition. Depending on the situation, we might even journey together. If you insist, I don't mind helping. A little.
So, you'll go adventuring with me?
Well, it depends. If and only if you insist. Don't just stand there. Say something.
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank? No! I'm not saying... Oh, fine. Just leave it at that. Anyway, be sure to tell me if you're going on adventures. You won't get another chance to receive my help. You understand?
Okay. I hope we can be friends.
I'm not used to this. She's so odd.
Now, Mimi, who we were introduced to in the previous segment, she's now a hireable player or character. She is probably the second best hired character that you're gonna have in the game. She actually is a pretty she's actually a pretty good character. Her attacks and her special abilities and everything are actually quite helpful. So she's definitely one that you're gonna want to use quite often, especially on some of the harder battles. And I will be using her a lot throughout the gameplay. It's always good to also take a tour around every now and then just to catch all the cutscenes that you can catch. And that'll do it for part 2. Please join me again for part 3, hopefully soon. Thanks for watching. God bless.